I swear, every time I say my intro, I like fumble it. I flip over my words. I trip over every single syllable coming out of my mouth. So I'm gonna try it again. Hello, people of the internet. It is your boy Kishi Wishi, and we got it down this time. Today, we're going to continue the LARPigations, the LARPing, LARP. Yeah, as you guys know, for like the past couple of weeks, I've been doing more videos where I'm reacting to stuff on YouTube versus making my own original content, which, pat on my back, I did make an original video earlier today talking about the video games crash of 2028. A bunch of game developers were just making complete and utter dog shit. That video, it was just me yapping. I don't know what the heck I was like, what was my ultimate grand plan? Like, oh, me making this video is gonna make a bunch of people subscribe to the channel.
Really, nigga?
I think when I had that in mind, I forgot the unsubscribe part. Or is the dark man himself? Yes, man. What is going on? Enough waffling. Let's get into this. So a couple days ago, we saw a video from this girl, and I just come to find out she's the same exact age as me, which is quite weird. I'm at the age where other YouTubers are the same age as me. When I was a kid, that was not the case. So it's very weird.
I was assigned white at birth after 24 years of trying to conform to the racial identity society imposed upon me. I'm finally ready to say something I've known for a very long time, and that is that I'm black. And I understand that for some people this may be very difficult to comprehend. It is not my job to educate those bigots, but I will do it out of the goodness of my heart. First, I want to say I have received an overwhelming amount of support since coming out as black, but unfortunately, I have also experienced an enormous amount of trans race phobia. So rather than responding to hatred, I want to use my platform to educate people about transracial identities, racial dysphoria, racial passing, racial euphoria, and the harmful ideology of TERFs. That stands for transracial exclusionary feminist.
TERFs are
trans women. These are some of the worst people on earth. They're worse than Hitler. Dare I say they're even worse than Donald Trump. So if you are a TERF, I have one message.
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
They're worse than Donald Trump? Oh my God. Thank God. Thank God Hitler's not as bad as Donald Trump. Oh my God. The world would be up in flames 60 years ago if Hitler was as bad as Trump.
That is trans black women are black women, and we deserve to be heard. People have told me race has nothing to do with being gay, so why should it be in the LGB acronym? Okay, but being transgender isn't the same phenomenon as sexual orientation either. It's still in the same acronym. Why can't transracial people be included while you insist every other identity belongs? It doesn't make any sense. And again, it's
exactly. You know what? I'm gonna come out today as I am a trans white lesbian. Oh, hold on. Let me actually do some gender affirming, or not gender affirming, race affirming surgery. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go.
What the fuck?
You guys must respect my identity now as a trans white lesbian. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, you fucking bigot. How fucking dare you?
Ideology.
You do not need to experience dysphoria in order to be a trans person.
I've been saying this as well. You do not need to have race dysphoria to be transracial.
The idea that trans people always feel like they were born in the wrong body comes from the medicalization of transness.
And before you TERFs start typing, not every transracial person...
Oh wait, I can't act too black and ghetto because, you know, I'm now a white woman. Yeah, I'm a white woman now. I'm a white lesbian.
Experiences racial dysphoria. This is trans race medical bigotry. Now, I personally experience far more racial euphoria than racial dysphoria. When someone correctly identifies me as black, for example, I feel seen, I feel affirmed, I feel like I'm the person I've always known myself to be. And I do want to give a huge shout out to the queer trans people, because as we know, those who don't identify as queer tend to be extremely bigoted and partake in TERF rhetoric. I want to give them
exactly, bro. Yes, sis. Yes.
Shout out, because they are the ones that inspired me and led me down this beautiful journey of discovering my blackness. Because of brave videos like this, trans people have every right to get upset if they're misgendered, even if they don't pass. And this is exactly how I feel when I tell.
Who's to say that the color of my skin determines my race? I identify as a white lesbian. Okay, thank you very much. I'm a white lesbian. Thank you.
People, just because I don't pass as black does not mean I am not black. Why should
just because I don't pass as a white woman does not mean I'm not a white woman, specifically white lesbian woman.
I have to put in the work.
Let me tell you something. As a trans woman, you do not own your femininity to anybody.
I need y'all to get it through your head that Lily Tino doesn't owe you femininity, and nor does any other trans woman.
I feel black, therefore I am.
See, I don't owe you whiteness because I feel like a white lesbian.
Black, therefore it is your responsibility to change your language, to affirm my identity.
Non-binary people don't owe you androgyny, but also trans women don't owe you femininity. Trans men don't owe you masculinity.
As a trans woman, you do not owe nobody an explanation for your body parts. You don't.
Learning that you don't have to
just because I have these big black arms, you see these big and black? These big black arms. I am a white woman. Yes. You see the lack of boobs, but my pectoral development? I'm still a white lesbian. Thank you very much.
To have a valid identity genuinely changed my life, because one of the biggest obstacles preventing me from coming out was knowing that I don't pass. I would look in the mirror and think, nobody's ever going to perceive me as a black woman. But then I learned something incredible and beautiful, which is that trans black women do not owe you racial passing.
Exactly. I don't owe you racial passing as a trans white lesbian.
Goal is not to pass.
Passing doesn't fit into that equation as much anymore.
Just a reminder that they, theming binary trans people is still misgendering. I swear to God, every single time
I will not break character, even though this... Oh my god. Oh my god, where's my water? Where's my water? I need my water. I'm triggered. I got triggered for a second. What do you mean by using they, them for a non-binary person is bigoted? What should we call you then?
Again, they, them, I want to throw the person through a goddamn window. Basically telling me, okay, I don't see you as a man, but I don't quite see you as a woman.
My pale skin doesn't make me less black. My straight hair doesn't make me less black. My ancestry does not make me less black. And my decision regarding racial transition procedures is between me and my doctor, who currently refuses to perform them, and that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh my god, your doctor's refusing giving you melanin supplements and melanin in vitro insemination? Your doctor is refusing to give you the proper treatment so you can affirm your racial and gender identity. I haven't gone to my doctor yet because I don't believe that it's up to I personally don't believe it's up to the medical field to affirm what I believe. I believe it's the people around me should listen to the words that come out of my mouth. You see my small white lips. Yeah. It's the people around me in my everyday life that is supposed to affirm what I believe I am to be, not the medical. No, the medical field should not come and make any changes because I'm perfect already. Remember, I'm perfect. So no medical field. I don't need a doctor to tell me that I'm not a white lesbian woman. I'm a white lesbian woman at my very core. Thank you very much.
About medical trans racism, but I get these kinds of questions like, why haven't you painted your skin black? So people don't misrace you, but this...
Why would you do such a thing as to put an artificial thing on top of your skin? I would recommend getting some tattoos. You could get a blackout tattoo all over your body. But even then, why do you need to change yourself to affirm the things you're saying? The people around you should just believe exactly what you're saying.
Question is actually incredibly problematic because it implies there's only one correct way to look black.
Insult I get often online is, oh, your facial hair or beard. Even when I'm fully shaved, they hate as well, but hate on me because of my facial hair. But here's...
And I did shave my facial hair a couple weeks ago. I know I was affirming to the stereotypes that women don't have beards, but unfortunately, as a white lesbian myself, some women find the facial hair attractive, and since I'm attracted to women, I will keep my facial hair solely for that reason.
The thing, I owe nobody my femininity.
Women don't owe you femininity. There's more than one way to be a woman.
Being black is not about biology. It's just about how you feel, and it means something different to different people. There is no definition of black. Furthermore, no transracial person owes you medical or...
What do you mean my ancestors are Negroids? What are you talking about? My ancestors are from Africa or Jamaica or the Gold Coast, Ghana, whatever those countries in Africa are. Just because my ancestors are from there doesn't mean I'm from there. So no, I am a white lesbian woman. Thank you very much.
Cosmetic transition. Some people transition socially, some transition aesthetically, some transition medically, some don't transition physically whatsoever. They're all still valid. There are also things I can do to give me racial euphoria. Recently, for example, I was accepted for my Birthright Africa trip, which has been...
Yes! Yes, we love it. We love seeing a black queen.
So incredibly affirming. So right now, I am transitioning.
By the way, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I like black people. I love black people so much. Just some of them are stinky.
Socially. My family knows I'm black. My audience now knows I'm black. TSA apparently does not yet, which brings up institutional transrace phobia. That's a whole nother discussion as well.
Hey, just in case no one reminded you today, you don't need to look trans enough. You don't need to pass.
I'm sorry, nigga. You're fucking ugly as shit. Fucking God.
Don't owe anyone a single ounce of explanation for who you are. You exist. You're real. You're valid. That's it. That's the whole sentence.
This is so true, and it's the same exact thing for us trans race people. I don't know why it's so hard for bigots to get this through their head, but there are many different identities, trans race being one of them, and we experience everything that cis-racial black people experience, just like trans women experience everything that cis women experience.
Fun fact, trans women also get periods.
Perps are currently trying to cancel Drew Afwalo and ER Fightmaster.
This was a controversy that really opened my eyes.
If you have a bunch of thoughts and opinions on Drew because you don't like her tone or her behavior or her existence, I do wonder if it is just racism.
It is, and if you're a little bit confused, there was this inspiring conversation on Drew's podcast where they were talking about the differences between trans women and cisgender women.
Drew's thought on this is that I think that trans women have a more beautiful understanding of what womanhood is, and your womanhood is not your ability to be sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
And your blackness is not your ability to experience racism.
I beg your f***ing pardon. Sorry. I need a sip of my water again. So in order for me... Oh, no, sorry. Wait, I'm confused. What? We're gonna play that clip again, because that was very confusing for me.
And your womanhood is not your ability to be sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
In your blackness.
Back when I used to be a man, I was sexually assaulted. So I agree with that statement that being a woman isn't solely because you can be sexually assaulted, because men can be sexually assaulted too. I know. It's hard. It's hard, babies. It's hard. It's so hard to talk about. But we're gonna keep watching the video.
This is not your ability to experience racism. I've tried calmly correcting people. I'll say, actually, I'm black. And they'll respond with, no, you're not. I mean, imagine having the audacity to tell me what I am, to explain to someone else what their identity is. This is called racial invalidation. And when somebody deliberately continues misracing you after you've corrected them, this is an act of transrace phobia. And unfortunately, there is a growing movement dedicated to excluding women like me. Again, TERFs. TERF ideology reduces people to the race they were assigned at birth. They'll say things like, you can't just identify into another race, or you don't understand black women's experience because you're not a real black woman. That is incredibly bigoted. I am black. They'll say, well, you were born white. It's 2026. That does not matter. It's about how I feel inside. I know more about—
I was born black, okay, but that was 25 years ago. In 25 years, I've transitioned slowly ever since I was a little black boy. I always knew that I wanted to be a white lesbian woman. Those pretty girls. I love girls so much. And I love being white. And I love being a woman. I still have a penis, though.
To be black than people who were born black, because again, as ER Fightmaster says about trans women, my experience as a transracial woman has led me to have a more beautiful understanding of blackness than cis black women. Also, to say someone was born black is incredibly cis-racial normative. I've had to interrogate my blackness. I've had to discover it. I've had to deconstruct the whiteness that society imposed upon me. A cis-racial black person has never had to ask themselves, what does blackness actually mean to me? So, trans black people may develop a uniquely introspective relationship with black identity. I would even argue that our understanding of blackness—
Black people transitioning into white people have a better understanding of whiteness, because all of our lives we've been told that because of how proper we speak, we come off as white. So now we're taking it back. If you dare critically analyze me or critique how I speak as being white, I will own it, and now I am trans white, and there's nothing you can do about it.
can be more deliberate in many ways, precisely because we had to discover it and affirm it for ourselves.
Trans women have a more beautiful understanding of womanhood because it's much easier to romanticize shit that you actually don't have to deal with the negative parts of. You know, so the same way how you don't deal with periods, endometriosis, PCOS, infertility issues, abortion rights, bodily autonomy issues, that is why you enjoy womanhood so much.
This is turf rhetoric and incredibly transphobic, but we have allies like this. Repeat after me. Trans women are women, yes. And transracial black women are black. By the way, you're not a feminist if it doesn't include trans women. Exactly. And you're not anti-racist.
What do you mean you're a feminist and you don't include biological males? That's stupid. Biological males who transition into women are now women. Because I said so. Just like me, I'm a woman. I'm a white girly.
If your advocacy doesn't include transracial black women.
Trans women are biological women because it's in
I'm
our brain, and brains are a biological thing, you know?
My
And if
brain
our
is a
brains
biological thing.
are wired in a way to be trans, then I'm sorry, but trans women are biological women.
100% agree. This is why I say I am biologically black. I have a black brain. There actually have been studies that suggest our transracial black brains closely resemble cis black people's brains.
It's always so funny watching a cis lesbian go like, oh, I love all lesbians unless they're transgender. And I don't care if they've had bottom surgery or not. Are you really a lesbian then?
This is so true. And it's incredibly bigoted to say you have a racial preference, say you like black women, and then say you wouldn't like me because I'm not black. I am black. To have a dating preference like that is trans race exclusionary is bigoted.
I am not in between man and woman. That would insinuate that man opposes woman, and that's simply not true. Gender isn't linear. It is infinite. All of these identities turn...
Shut up, nigga. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I have to break character again. What the fuck? Infinite? Shut the fuck up.
And forms of expression don't exist in a clean, straight line. They all exist separately, floating in the ether in this amorphous entity that is gender. Our society has minimized all of this infinity into two clean, separate, and opposing boxes in an attempt to control the chaos. But this way of thinking is keeping people from their truest selves.
Turfs are...
It's almost as if genders are... It's a spectrum. I'm appeasing to you guys. I'm appeasing the less fortunate, the lower IQ individuals. Male, female, opposite ends of a spectrum. But at their extremes, man, woman. You are something in between, my person. I can't even call you nigga because you're more of a bitch than a nigga. But if I call you a nigga bitch, then I'm gonna get demonetized even though I'm not monetized.
Bullies.
They really are, unlike the true feminist allies like this woman.
I'm so baffled by TERFs, trans exclusionary radical feminists. I don't know how anyone takes them seriously when they're also ugly.
So are you talking about the trans women are so fucking ugly, or the trans exclusionary radical feminists as so fucking ugly? Because I feel like this is like a double entendre or like double speak. As a trans white lesbian woman, I understand when women say things to be performative, but at the same time they're trying to talk shit about the very people they're trying to perform for.
It's like, why are you worried about preserving womanhood when you look like that?
I still don't know if she's talking about trans women or regular feminists. I really can't tell.
Femininity is not your concern.
Who are you talking? I'm sorry, but deadass, who is she talking about? The trans women or the fucking TERFs? Because it can go for either.
Also, it's like trans women are not the enemy. Trans women are women. Men are the ones invading women's spaces.
Oh my god, I'm breaking character again. Trans women are women. Men are the ones invading women's spaces.
And since trans women are not biologically male because their brains are that of a female, trans women have nothing to do with biological men. And this is actually very loving and kind when she body shames and bullies real women, unlike the TERFs.
Why would you do that to real women? Myself included. If trans women are women and you're talking shit about women, that means you're making fun of trans women as well, you stupid skanky ass hoe. Yeah, get it right. bitch.
Who are the actual bullies. So my message to my fellow transracial people is very simple. There is room for you in this community, whether you are trans black or trans Asian or trans Latino, or you're still questioning your racial identity. You deserve the freedom to explore who you are without shame. Unless you're a TERF, then educate yourself, you disgusting bigot. Anyways, if you have respectful questions about my trans black journey, make sure to leave them below. And remember that transracial identities are valid. Trans black women do not owe you racial passing, and please stop misracing people. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to
Stop
join.
misracing me. I am white. If you ever hear me say nigga, just know that I'm a little white girl, not a nigga. Okay? Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Oh my god, that was so painful to do. That was so painful to do for the entirety. I didn't even do it for the entire time. I was fumbling. I was freaking. Any. Should I keep the wig on? I think I'm gonna keep the wig on. I might start wearing the wig more often.